Good morning, y'all. My name is Bridget, as you can see here. I put Mexican American because I'm proud to be a Mexican American and I cherish my roots and nationality. It was not like that from, I want to say, from like 5 to 11 years old. And then after that, we went to Mexico and then I saw the world a little bit different. Um, and not in a bad way. In like, oh, that's where I'm from. That's pretty cool. I also put middle class because I consider myself middle class. Oh, where is it? Middle class, right here. I consider myself middle class as I experience some financial limitations. I'm not well off, but I'm also not as um, less unfortunate than others. I put non-denominational because I identify as a non-denominational because I was raised in a Catholicism. Being Mexican American, that's what is embedded in you. Um, Although I was baptized, I always felt a disconnection with the religion. As I began to explore different cultures and belief systems, I gravitated towards a more open environment, which I come to appreciate a little bit more. Also, I put down here mother. I just became one about 2 years ago, 2.5, and it's changed my whole perspective on life. I used to be very, oh, I gotta do this, I gotta do that, I gotta do that. So now I'm more conscious of being in the moment, appreciating my little girl. I've also been less repulsive, and I guess you could say I watch what I say now. It was not like that before. In my 20s, I was just impatient and impulsive, and I do not want my child to learn that way, because it causes a lot of stress as an individual. I feel like I had a lot of anger for some reason. I'm not sure. Some share a story about a time someone made you proud to identify yourself with one of the descriptors you used. Okay. As a mother, I had relatives and cousins that would make remarks about my positive change as being a mother. They noted that I developed greater patience and have taken my responsibilities as a parent more fully. Currently, I live 9 hours away from my hometown, El Paso. Everything I do by myself. I don't have family to help me out. I don't have family to watch my child. I don't have family to go to in case I have a meltdown, which that happens. In motherhood, I cry more. It's weird. I don't like it, but what can I do? Um, Everything I accomplished has been independently without assistance from my relatives. It's both fulfilling and rewarding to manage everything on my own. Sometimes it could be overwhelming, but I just talk myself through it. Reflecting on my mother and her sisters, they heavily relied on each other for support, whether it was to watch the children or run to the grocery stores for an item someone forgot. That I don't have the privilege of having, which I'm not complaining. Um, let's see. Discuss a time someone made an inappropriate assumption about you based on one of the identity descriptors you wrote in your circle. One time, I remember I was racially profiled as a Mexican who couldn't speak English and was placed in a all Spanish class. My parents noticed I wasn't excelling in that environment until they realized that I did speak English and I did understand English. I was just a very shy and timid little girl. I felt confused about being placed in this Spanish class. I made friends easily, and I never had an issue with that. But the experience of language profile left me feeling embarrassed. I refused to speak Spanish for years, like I said, despite understanding it quite well. Now, I married a Zacatequeño, so someone from Zacatecas, and they've changed my whole outlook on my culture and speaking it and not being ashamed of speaking it, um, and being proud to speak it and being proud to understand it. Back in the day, I want to say like 95, 2000s, that was not the case. In my household, you could not speak Spanish, and if you were to speak it, my dad would say that to stop speaking Juareño. So Juareño is our border town, right? So that's what they call it. Looking back on it, it's kind of like, why? Like, I just didn't understand. But it was from the time from when they educated him. They would call him a spick because he would play soccer with the Spanish speakers, and he was really good. He actually got a scholarship to go to Houston, but he rejected it. That's a whole different story. But I really felt racially profiled as far as being put in that class. I had forgotten about that. But that is my discussion for today. I appreciate you guys for listening to me and rant off about my heritage. Have a good day.